over the last 5 years, I was living the standard American lifestyle, eating the standard American diet, and didn't feel good, struggled to get pregnant. I didn't really know what I was doing wrong, thought I was doing all the right things. I was very humbled in the beginning because it was very hard to experience what felt like some sort of malfunction or deficiency. And I thought, oh my gosh, there's something wrong with my body, there's something wrong, and am I gonna have infertility problems and all of this?
When we look at the standard American diet, what we see is women that are consuming no nutrient-dense foods. When we don't have these nutrients, what's happening is our fertility declines every single year.
It's pretty scary to think about all of the endocrine disruptors we're exposed to in our environment: xenoestrogens, phthalates in plastics, microplastics in food.
We've been so far removed from what real nutrition is that we think we walk into a grocery store and the boxes that line the grocery store aisles has anything nutrient dense in it is just a joke.
I think there's a clear path forward, and it's being aware of the environmental factors, the toxins that are going to be disruptive to our fertility, the xenoestrogens, the phthalates, the plastics, the microplastics, all of these things, and eating a nutrient-rich diet that avoids as many of these anti-nutrients as possible. People who couldn't conceive or tried everything under the sun suddenly are able to create a new life.
I was vegetarian for about 7 years. At the time, I was so closed-minded, just kind of reading headlines and not really digging into information at all. I just kind of went full 180 and started making liver pate like the next day. Part of my goal in working with women, particularly in fertility and pregnancy and hormone balancing, is to kind of pair those two things together, to have healthy foods, particularly organ meats and other nutrient-dense foods, but having them in a way that is enjoyable and they can sit down and know that they're nourishing themselves and at the same time want to be eating that food.
Depending on the age of the mother, your eggs are not viable a certain percent of the months that you menstruate. So it can range anywhere from 25% up to 75% for older women. And for my age, I'm in my early 30s, I learned that somewhere around 40% of my eggs were just not viable based on nature. It's just you're not gonna have a viable egg every month. So then I look back now on my fertility journey and I'm like, wow, we got pregnant 3 months in a row. I actually feel incredibly healthy and incredibly fertile, and really good that my body was able to do that. And I owe so much of our success every month to how we took care of ourselves and our diet. But I would eat all of these very nourishing foods, nutrient-dense foods like meat, eggs, ghee, fresh fruit, liver, all of these things. And it's like I felt like they were coming into my body and circulating and making me feel very vital and stable and nurturing me and nurturing my baby.
Organ meats are some of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. Particularly in pregnancy, many of these nutrients found in organ meats are essential for optimal brain development, for optimal bone development.
Annotated and summarized, easy to share with loved ones. The description below the title for this video has these summary points.